is currently 3:54. I just got off work. Saturday, October 25th. Sitting in a new area I've never sat before. It's a good little pinch point. There's a creek right in front of me, and there's a bunch of... The creek's low, even though it's been raining. And there's like fresh tracks in it. Where there are big crossings. It's a nice little pinch point. It's like, I don't know, just kind of a natural funnel. There's like a ridge up here, then another ridge behind me, and I'm hoping that they'll funnel them right through here. Because where I parked at, I didn't know. But I parked right next to like two big old scrapes. But I don't think they're daylight scrapes. I think they might be nighttime because they're so close to the road. I'm hoping this is the interception point where they're here during the daylight. Then I'll go up there, hit those scrapes, and do what they gotta do up top next to the road. Not sure why they're up there, but they obviously are. I'm gonna sit here and be quiet. I'm probably gonna grunt and like rake a tree just in case one heard me and was up walking in and setting up. Maybe I'll entice one coming in. Maybe it just me grunting might think it was another buck walking through here. But I'm gonna sit here and be quiet. Hopefully we see something. was pretty cool. This year I'm trying to pass better bucks, and that thing had my heart pumping. Also, it shows you how smart these deer are. So I rattled, because I saw a buck, a small buck. I saw a small buck, kind of like, it seemed like it was getting pushed by something. And there were squirrels and blue jays squawking on the other side of this creek. There's blue jays and squirrels squawking on the other side of this creek. So I grunt a few times, just real aggressive grunts, a snort weed. Then I waited a couple minutes and that rattled real hard but short. And I got a little bit of footage, but he came kind of like running in, but stopped right down the other side of that creek. I didn't know where he went. Like I saw him for a little bit, but it's so thick there. But he stopped on the other side of the creek and started paralleling the creek. I thought he stopped right there, was just still there for some weird reason. And I'm just sitting here kind of messing with the settings on my camera. And I hear a twig break behind me and I turn around and he's walking right where my wind's blowing. So he literally went way around. I didn't even hear him cross the creek, and down there you have to wade through the water to cross the creek. So he circled way around just to get behind where I was rattling and grunting to smell. Now, he's not the brightest bulb in the box because he never really got onto me, but you could see in the video he was sniffing. He got a scent of me, but apparently not enough to really spook him. When he did get to the top, up there in the green field, he did trot kind of away, but then he started walking again. I could see him through the trees, but he was 20 yards broadside. I could have smoked him. He was looking the opposite way. He was dead. He was, every sense of the word dead, he was dead. But I'm trying to wait till November because I have a bad habit of killing a pretty good buck late October instead of just waiting till November and maybe getting a better chance at an even better buck. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of came here to shoot a doe. Me grunting and rattling doesn't seem like that, but I did come here to shoot a doe. Because the other day I was on the other side of the property, but I saw 13 does, so a few of them need to get shot. That was pretty sweet. I was this close to shooting that sucker. Dude, my heart was pounding out of my chest. I could just feel it hitting my spinal harness. My freaking heart just Hopefully he can make another year and he'll be a real nice one next year. Unfortunately, there's a lot of hunters around this area. That was already worth the trip. So I'm gonna sit here and hopefully we see some more deer. I'm shooting them. Well, I think I could have shot that buck too. I had that doe come walking behind me. I still hear him walking up there. I think there's another one coming from where he just came from. But I heard something like jumping over branches. And I look behind me and there's a doe by herself. Perfect scenario. No fawns, nothing. Big doe. Well, she was kind of swerving around me and I ranged a spot at 30. And I knew that's where she had to come out of because everything else was so thick. By that time, I look over because I hear something like making a lot of ruckus. And down in this creek, that buck that just walked by at 25, she was rubbing the tree down there, like aggressively rubbing a tree. At first glance, I saw him like, well, either gotta make a split decision not to shoot this doe and see what this buck is, or shoot this doe. I saw a quick glance of the buck and it looked like a basket 8-pointer. So I turn around and shoot this doe. I don't know, I don't really like the shot, to be honest. I mean, it's perfect left and right. I think I'm just a little high. I see my arrow blew right through. I put the Magnus on because I didn't want to shoot a G5. Plus, I've shot those Magnus a bunch and they're really good broadheads. But after I shoot him, that buck like looks and gets super cautious. Comes up on the bank and you watch the video. I mean, sat there forever. Then I'm looking at it longer and longer. I'm like, man, this is actually a really nice buck. I finally got an arrow on and he was at like 25 and I had a couple shots. But he just looked young. I think that first buck is older than that buck. He just looked like a young buck. Man, the more I looked at him, I'm like, man, that G2 is sweet. Earlier in this video, I just said I'm trying to be a little bit more patient. That buck stays on our property, and he's not here during youth season. Or if my fiance gets out or mom comes out, he'll survive. So he has to make it through a lot, but those 2 bucks would be a real good bucks for the kids or my fiance or even mom. This was way better of a sit. I'm not even kidding. I contemplated not even going today because the wind's so weird and I've never sat here before. But now I just hopefully notched the tag where that doe went. There's been a squirrel barking ever since, so I'm wondering if she didn't go over there and lay down or something. Man, I'm hoping I don't regret passing those 2 bucks, but it feels good to pass something that is borderline shooter, kinda. A little bit more disciplined. But that buck is 100% gonna see I bet he's gonna go up to those 2 scrapes. So he's gonna see my car a bit. But holy cow, what a perfect little setup I got going on here. This funnel, every single deer I've seen, I've been able to shoot. I'm gonna sit here and hopefully a bigger buck walks through. I'm not counting on it. But we've never had those 2 bucks on camera. We've had a camera not that far away from here. Especially that G2 buck. He would be pretty recognizable and I've never seen him on cam. Pretty fun sit. Okay, it's about 5:55 now. I shot that buck or that doe about 5:10, 5:15, maybe 5:20, somewhere around there. Honestly, I couldn't check the time because that buck, I had that other small buck, that spike. That was the buck I very first saw. That was getting bumped by that bigger 8-pointer. The first 8-pointer I saw came behind me kind of from where my car is. And I just saw, maybe 5 minutes ago, another buck. I think it was the split G2 buck. But I couldn't tell. He was kind of where that spike was, making a scrape. I don't know where he went. He didn't come towards my direction, so I'm thinking he went to the crop field. Because I think I would have been able to see him no matter if he would have went left or at me. So I'm thinking he went towards the crop field, where that spike kind of went. Just in a different area where I can't see because there's a hill. minutes, it'll be kind of getting dark by then, and get down. Go look at my arrow. By my binoculars, it looks pretty soaked. Again, I'm just worried it might be a little high. But again, been a really good set. Hoping that doe died if it's expired. Pretty close to where we'll be able to pull to it, because where it ran is like a big kind of open field. So I'm gonna get about 30-40 more minutes and make it down by right at last light, which is probably not a good idea, but I want to have a little bit of light to go see what kind of blood we got. Stay tuned. Gotta get my wind. smelling where I walked at. Okay, as you can see, arrows right there. I'm gonna check blood and just get out of here. Wait for Dad and Hunter. I'm just gonna check the arrow real quick and see if there's any instant blood. Yeah, there's blood right there. Looks like there's blood. And that arrow's pretty dang soaked. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. That's a good sign. Instant blood right there. Oh yeah, oh wow. There's a lot of blood. There's blood back there. I don't know if it's picking up on cam. It's kind of hard to self-film this. Blood right there. But I know she tore off through here. But I'm gonna get out of here. I know it's kind of rough filming right now. But, oh God, this is worse. But I'm gonna get out of here and go look at the footage and call Dad. So stay tuned. Well, you can see my car's right there. I was slowly walking to it. And look at that. There's my toe. She fell 60 yards away from my car. What in the world? That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, she's dead right here. Oh my God. Big toe. Well, we're gonna surprise Dad. We're gonna surprise Dad. I'm not gonna tell him, but I'm gonna make it act like I never even saw her. That's insane. I'm gonna put my bag on her so no coyotes get to her when we leave. Dude, she literally fell 60 yards away from my freaking car. That's sick. Well, stay tuned for Dad's reaction, and I bet Hunter comes out here too, so stay tuned for their reaction. Okay, back down here, got the whole gang, as you can see. We just kind of pulled down here. We're gonna go back, start the trail from where the arrow is, where I shot it, and take the blood trail from there. Already spooked one doe. I mean, there's a lot of deer out here, but we're gonna go down here, and where I shot it at, we're gonna go down there and see
if we can find a blood trail, so stay tuned. Okay, well, good blood there. My arrow is buried into the ground back there, so you can grab that if you want. Blood right there. Yeah, blood up there. It looks like it's spraying from both sides. I mean, I did get a complete pass through. Okay, let's... How's it look? Yeah. Looks pretty good. I mean, the camera only sees white, but broadhead still looks good too. Buried through. Magnus. Alright, let's see if we can take up the trail. Okay, finally found it. Looks like she's coming out that way towards the field, so we're gonna keep looking. It's kind of just a little blood here and there, so we're gonna keep walking. Yep, there's some up there. No, right there. But we're gonna pick it up when we get out of this thick stuff. There's some right there. More up there. Yeah, here it is. There. Any more? I'm gonna pick it up when we get out of this thick stuff because it's kind of hard to film in this. Okay, we're out here now on the pasture-ish area or grass field. The last place I saw her is going through these two trees, so we're gonna keep walking that way and see what happens. There. Not that there. There. So we're still following a decent trail, but it's kind of spotty here and there. I mean, you can. It's easy enough to kind of look and follow, but it's not like a freaking painted blood trail. Oh, right here. More up here. Oh, found some. A bunch up here. Kind of hard to film this. Here's more. Yeah, I think so. Yep. There. Is that her? No, I can't tell. Is that her? I don't know. There's some. Red. What is that? See, it's shining. See it shining? I think that's her eyes. That's multiple. Let's go look at it. There's some right there. Right here. I just saw some right there. There's some right here. Are you sure that's not her, Dad?
You douchebag, you already found her, didn't you?
Yeah. Dude, she died 40 yards away from my car.
Seriously.
Yeah. I was parked right there.
You jackass. You made me hobble all the way down through there.
That's pretty nice though.
Yeah. Look how Rick and Mortis already set in. So look, this is the doe. Shine it back over there. That tree is where I parked. Doe. Tree. Alright, well, we're gonna get look at it and see what's going on with it. See where I hit it at. That's probably the exit. A little back, but I hit high too. So it came out probably about right. But I hit it high. I probably caught the top of both lungs, I'd think. But we'll look at it when we get it set up.
She didn't go
No, she did not make it very far. I mean,
80 yards.
maybe, if that. I should have put the tracker on. But, I mean, 30 yards from there. I bet it's, yeah, by 50 to 80 yards, somewhere around there. Probably more than 50. It's probably about 80. 60 to 80, I bet. But, what do you think?
Prankster.
Yeah. I told the camera, I was literally walking out. And I was looking at the, just like walking. And next thing you know, I look up and I see its butt. I'm like, oh my God, it literally died 30 yards, 40 yards away from my car. All right, well, we're gonna get the car and we'll set up and do a little interview. So, got him. Okay, well, recovered her. I mean, I already recovered her before I even left. I just wanted to pull a prank on Dad. But, I mean, like you saw, I mean, I think she only ran probably 80 yards. Those Magnus broadheads I didn't really want to waste, or not waste. I know these broadheads are good. I didn't want to shoot one of the G5 Mega Meats because it's almost like a one-shot done type of deal. I mean, sometimes it's just Magnus done good. I kind of came out here to shoot a doe. Happened to see a bunch of other deer other than does. I think I saw 4 does and 3 bucks, 2 real nice bucks, but hopefully either the kids, Delaney or Mom or someone gets on them. I'm just gonna hold out this year. Usually I'm pretty gun-ho about shooting the first decent buck that walks out in front of me, but we got a couple other spots that have good other bucks on them, so I kind of wanted to hold off this year. Maybe hunt actually a little bit of the rut, because usually late October is when I usually tag out. So this year I'm gonna try to wait a little bit, but again, I'm gonna kind of go over the bow. I'm shooting now Elite Eon. I just got it actually Sunday. I'm shooting like 66 pounds, I think, and the performance mods on them. My arrow's 512 grains with the fixed blade. I don't know what model of Magnus broadhead that is, but it's not the serrated ones, and it has the bleeder braids, but I took the bleeder braids out because I think I shot one with it and that bent the blade, so I just took them out. But I mean, she made it a 30-yard shot, and she made it probably 80 yards. It was a decent blood trail, not anything crazy, but yeah, pretty excited, pretty fun hunt. Didn't plan on going today. Convinced myself to go. Got off work and got it done. But yeah, hang and hunt, Lone Star saddle, Tethrd One Sticks. That's pretty much my setup, and the CFX platform is what I'm running on my saddle setup. But worked pretty well. I mean, didn't really have any expectations, and it blew it out of the water. So again, thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you happen to be new, and please leave a like and a comment. Maybe what your bow is this year if you got a new one. So again, thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one.